Hello, I'm your host, Tomm Tice. I'm from Hope Harbor Church, and you're watching Where the Bush is Burning, which is our YouTube outreach. And this video is in response to a request that I had from one of our listeners, one of our subscribers. And the request was, would you tell us a little bit about yourself? Now, I probably don't talk very much about myself and where I came from, but in response to that subscriber's request, I'm going to offer you a little background on myself. I was born in South Jersey a number of years ago, 1956, and grew up in a Christian home. My mother pointed me to Christ very early on in life, and I went to various Christian schools. Ended up going to a Christian school in the South, where my father became an administrator, and became involved in various activities that led me ultimately to begin preaching at the age of 17. Preached my first message in Ordway, Colorado, at a little youth group down there, and that was in 1973. So it's been a long time. And studied for the ministry and eventually became ordained when I was 24, and then eventually was involved in the Free Presbyterian Church of North America for a number of years. That led us to Australia. My wife and I were in Canada first for a couple of years while I was a student minister. We're then in San Diego for 6 years, and then went out to Australia and came back from Australia in late 1999, early 2000. We've been here in Colorado since then. I have 3 children, and as of just this last week, 8 grandchildren. I have a Master's of Divinity degree that followed a Bachelor of Arts in Religion. I've been the chaplain of the Westminster Fire Department in Westminster, Colorado since 9/11 of '03, so almost 20 years. And I've been the minister of Hope Harbor Church for 7 years, almost 8. So that's where we are as far as who I am and where I came from, and love the Lord Jesus Christ very much. And I want to take the opportunity as much as I can to spend some time talking with you as often as I can about the things of God. But in as much as one of our subscribers asked a little bit about me, I wanted to pass that on to you. My wife and I have been married 46 years. As I say, we have 3 children, we have 8 grandchildren, and I am the safety officer for a steel company here in North Glen, Colorado, a company called D&E Steel. I have been, throughout my trade life, an iron worker and a steel fabricator. I worked for years as an iron worker and a fabricator, and now in the last few years I've become the safety officer for D&E Steel. So there's a YouTube channel that's called Safety by Rue, and that is my YouTube channel for safety, all things safety. So if you want to have a look at that, you're certainly welcome to. But my purpose at being in Where the Bush is Burning is for the purpose primarily of setting forth Christ to you. And if you have any other questions, by all means, feel free to contact me. I most of all would like very much for you to like and subscribe what we have here, and I hope that you will find what we're doing here at Where the Bush is Burning useful, and hope that it encourages you in the things of God. And so therefore, I did want to answer that request by one of our subscribers to tell you a little bit about me. There's probably more to tell in greater detail, but I hope that satisfies the request, and hope that you will continue to like and subscribe Where the Bush is Burning, and we'll be happy to continue to provide as much content about the person and work of Christ as we can and encourage you in the things of God. Thanks very much.